Blessings and peace, love. Elizabeth was a nice wall. I ain't the only one that seen a nun ride by on Main Street like about 6 o'clock in the car with a Spanish guy. And he was not no pastor or no priest. And she definitely had on her garment on her head. I am not the only, there's a white boy spreading the gospel too. Because he keeps asking them, why do they keep feuding that man? That Spanish girl ran over to that man just like he was her master. Told him, I don't see you because I don't care. And gave her some weed for being a good pop. I told that white boy, said, yep, he said he don't do use niggas. I ain't even lying. I said, that looks just like a nun. That's a drug deal. I don't know what she was doing with him, but anywho, they say I'm crazy, but trust me, it's gonna come from somebody else too. is what I mean. Oh, when I say people, oh, back up. Come forward. Come on. Oh, cause let me get up. She tried to force it open. Oh, cause you forced it. I put on my ground.
How are you?
Good. I don't leave the doors unlocked if I'm not at
You're
the
a
front
smart
desk.
girl. Thank you. That's
You're
good.
welcome.
How are you doing?
Good, and you?
What time do you work till?
8 in the morning.
Gosh. You got a long night, huh?
Yeah, I stay busy though.
Have a good night.
You too.
Thank you.
I didn't even see her sit there when I sat down. She's okay. She's going to heaven. She's going right to the pearly gates, says the Lord. But anyway, this is what I'm telling you how people are mean. I get home, right? I put my stuff down or whatever, and I go to bed. I get up. I was like, oh, let me pack my bag. That lady, cleaning lady, took my trash out of the garbage and put it in my bag. Lady, that's your job, is to take out everybody's trash. You're not supposed to give me my trash back to bring home. The devil is very, very busy. Very busy. For no reason at all. So anyway, I go out here to get the bus, but I see a white man acting crazy. So I'm like, what are you doing? He was going, peeking in the yard, going back to the corner, walking to the store, walking back to the corner. I'm like, what are you doing? And then a girl come and say, oh, the janitorial serves him. So the janitorial got his drug addicts coming, meeting him not at the first store, at the second store, and serving him. I'm like, well, where he going? But they're telling on him. Because I keep telling him, you stepping on big toes in this neighborhood. And I'm like, he just got here. That's why he come at 3:30 in the morning so he can just pop out and leave when he want to. That man was working my nerves. I kept saying, what are you doing? Why you keep going to the yard peeking and then walking to the corner? Keep going back to the yard peeking, walking to the corner, then you walk up the street, then you come back, and then you walk up the street, and then you come back. What are you doing? It's crazy. They don't know because, they ain't looking on. They don't look for the evil in the world like I do. I was like, yeah, go right down there, put your eyes and you're going to serve them. He act like I'm stupid. Boy, I've been in the street since I was like 6, 7 years old. Come on now, I see you coming before you even get to the door. And he was not waiting for the first store to open because that Spanish man do not go to that African store. He always go to the Puerto Rican store, the next street over. Even if the man's open, he'll walk right to that next store. And when he come out, he always got a can of Coke or something. He always got a soda. Yeah, I thought he was getting on the bus, peeking all around. I'm like, what are you doing? So I gonna bust you right in your face, acting retarded. on this corner. I can't believe that lady gave me my garbage bag. I was like, what is going on? I just went through oranges and some that nasty peanut butter and jelly. So I got peanut butter jelly at my house right now. I don't even eat it. I don't eat the jelly only sometimes. If I have toast or something, I ain't a sweet freak like that. Not for jelly and peanut butter. If I had crackers, yeah. So as soon as I get in the, oh my God, I swear to God. As soon as I get in the hallway, they was like, we want you to leave. I'm like, well, you don't even own the building. What are you talking about? My rent's already paid. What's going on? Because you want to move the same people that relapsed, went to prison, got out. Now you want to put them back in here. That's why he loses money. You can't keep giving the same people chances because it's going to always be the same outcome. They work for you, they do good, then they want to hang downtown, Crossroads, Matheson Street Church, and show everybody what they got. And then the next thing you know, they're doing what they're doing. Everybody is not this. Now, I can go there. Now, they smoke outside. I'm inside. I'm not going to go hang outside. If I'm outside, that means I'm leaving because I don't smoke cigarettes. There's no reason for I'm get high. There's no reason for me to be outside the door. If I'm outside the door, either somebody's fighting or arguing or I'm leaving. They want to be outside where they're doing. I'm not doing that. That's why I survive because I'm smart. Crossroads, they're smoking on. So, I'm calling the cops. Yo, before I get across the street, I'm calling the cops. Swallow your smoke, whatever you got to do. We're back on this tip again. And I'll be like, yup. And I describe everything they got on and they go to jail because I ain't playing that. I don't want that stuff. That dude blew it in my face the last time. I'm like, yep, I'm back wherever I was. If I see you and I'm coming, I'm calling the cops. And you will go to jail. Because, I don't want to be an addict. I'm a recovering addict. I don't want to be an active addict. It's crazy. I don't want to be sleeping there. I never slept in a tent, but I did sleep underneath the stars. I was downtown. They're sleeping underneath the benches of the bus, on the benches of the bus. I'm like, They supposed to be in a wheelchair, but they're running with the wheel. I'm like, he don't even need that wheelchair if he's running with the wheelchair. Mm-mm. They're like rats at night. There's nowhere, ain't nobody got nothing to get high, so they go to sleep early so they can wake up. It's crazy. Wait till the first of the month come around, they be acting like they're in their front room. They got music blast. I be right down there dancing. That girl is crazy. That Spanish girl's crazy. I can buy my own weed if I was smoking, and if I can't buy it, somebody will give me some. I'm not gonna do, no. I'm not gonna let somebody, he trained her very well and he did it quick too. She see them, he went, no, he did, good boy, she's a whore. We all know she's a whore because she lives right off Elmwood Avenue, like a street or two from the library. I mean, we all be in the cut because they know, especially if they get high, they're somewhere in the alleyway watching her. They sleep in doorways, and I'm somewhere coming down the street being nosy. She got out of one man's car. She didn't even know the next dude. The dude pulled up, da 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 da. Take you out to eat, and she was like, "Oh yeah, da, 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 da." Now the other dude was her dude, but she, you know what I'm saying? She went out with him, and now he's chasing me. Boy, leave me alone, cause I remember you from Elmwood Avenue. You pick up anybody and will sleep with them. And they got, that white guy was like, she the whore. Millicent ain't the whore. She's the whore. We all know from now what happened. Because we all hang in the same areas. I told you they be everywhere. The homeless is drug addicts. They be everywhere. The library, they get high in the library. They wash in the library. You know what I'm saying? I mean, everywhere. That's why if I see one, I'd be like, if you don't move, I'm gonna kick you. And if they move, I don't kick them. If they don't move, I gotta kick them real hard because they might be ODing and not knowing it. But some lady just went to the rescue squad. Yeah, I was like, I am not touching nobody. Them days are over. I got COVID. I ain't touching nothing or nobody. Uh-uh. They be saying I ain't being disrespectful. I'm spraying everything before I touch it. Measles and the mumps are back. The sisters don't even know about that because, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, people are getting measles all over again. I had the shot, but they're saying over 65 and whatever, you know what I mean? Even if you had the shot, you can still get shingles if you had the measles. I think I had the measles. I had the chicken pox. You can get the shingles if you have the chicken pox. I had chicken pox. Even though I got the shot, I still got the chicken pox. Worst week of my life as a kid. So I'm like, this world is and this gonna end in a hail of fire. Them things are falling out of the sky. They don't even know that. I just try to, I ain't. I'm just trying to let them know what's going on in the world because some things are falling out of the sky. Felt right through that lady's roof. I was like, imagine if one of her kids or her was standing there and that asteroid came down and hit her in the head. It would have burnt right through her. Right through her. They are falling out of the sky. That's how the world's going to end. You think I'm lying? I hope I'm dead when it does because I just don't want to go out in a ball of fire. It's like a hail of glory, but it's going to be fire. It's a bad situation for everybody. Hey. But I am so happy. I can't wait to 12 o'clock Sunday morning. There's a little side scheme like he's a moron. Really? Because they think they checkmated. They never do. He's still fighting a losing battle, child. Ugh. Big Red came shining through. Big Blue came the other day, but Big Red came in the night off the highway. Big Red came in with no problem. Big Blue was flying, but Big Red must have more to lose because he took his time. He heading over there to Federal Hill right now. Let some cigars fall off the truck and some expensive perfume. That perfume, oh my God, it smells so sweet. Yeah. They do have problems. They do get stopped. The red came all the way through. 'Cause that's what I do. You know what I mean? Told you when I used to work, they used to open up the highway for me. I used to be flying. Or the Stady will come out and I ride behind the Stady. That's probably why they made it for me to lose my license. I was a bad racer. It used to be like doing 100. She was like, oh, I don't want to race no more. I blew her out. It was my little red Corvette. I love that car. My daughter's bought it for me. But I hope everybody had a good day. They was having something downtown, but that was at 1 o'clock. I didn't get up till like 3:30. They closed off some roads. The United States is always marching for something that don't got nothing to do with us. Maybe if we worry about what's going on in our cities, you know what I'm saying, stuff will get done. Instead of worrying about what's going on in other people's countries. You know what's a good movie to watch? 16 Bridges. I watched it before after I got out the shower and was cooking my pizza. That is I really wasn't paying attention the first time, but 16 Bridges is a good movie. A lot of action, dirty cops. If you didn't see it, I don't want to tell you the outcome. And Mike Epps, I'm getting ready to watch him. That's his new one. I can't wait. You know, so I can hit him off, see what he's saying. What else is new? I watched forgot the name of it, but it's a good movie. I think it's British. I think it's a British movie, but they're talking in English or they do voiceovers. But yeah, Netflix got a lot of good movies right now. That's what I'm gonna watch. Michael Epps. uh like the other day. I swear, you can always feed off another comedian. Where was I? It was me. I was by myself, but I'm just saying. Was we on the bus? It was me, and I think it was a little, I think he was Cambodian man, and he was standing in front of me, and a guy, I think it was at the store, I don't know where it was, but his lip, like, hung down, like, really bad. And something happened, and he said something smart. We was talking about mental health. Oh, when I was, yeah, mental health again. And I was like, mental health is real. And he said something, and I was like, what's ailing you? Tripping over your lip. And it was fun because Mike Epps said to that man, remember? A 32, a 45. Yeah. He got mad. I was like, that's why you should mind your business. Because I was like, hang lip, tripping over your lip. He got mad. But that's why you should stay out of people's business. You won't get insulted. And me and the Cambodian dude was laughing because he thought of Benjamin's. All about the Benjamins. I be hitting them because I'm a movie buff. 9 times out of 10 it's something I put on Facebook and they took it. Because, if you can get it for free, why not? Where my scuba snack? So Miami, and I'm just repeating. I'm just reading off stuff because every time I do it, and everybody else do it, I guess I'm gonna leave Miami alone. I really am this time. I wonder how a felon gets something named after them. That's crazy. Popping if she named something after me. When my beat that had killed in here with a gun got 6 years now, she got a street named after her. What did she do to earn that? I might like to know. 'Cause, I don't see nothing she's doing to be getting streets named after her. She hasn't came out with a new song in 10 years. You know what I mean? If they just giving name streets away, give me one in Rhode Island. Instead of being nosy, you are so breaking your vows. You do not supposed to be looking at my screen. You just don't learn. The devil keeps calling you over and you keep entering. And that's in real life, and I ain't being disrespectful. I'm just telling you, I know the vows that you took before God. But you over here looking in this sin. And don't do your lips to tell me to be quiet, because I'm a grown woman. I'm older than you. You shouldn't even be down here if I'm talking. We're not playing them games. You do not run me. And that's respectfully saying it. That is not what we're doing, child. At all. You see her? That's Mother Jean. Miss Jean. See? She don't know. Somebody's really looking at me. uh, she don't know how it works, but there's somebody really looking back at you. I promise you. Don't tell me to be quiet. That ain't what we do. I'm older than you. I would never tell nobody to shut their mouth. You need to go to bed. What time is it? Ain't it past your bedtime? Now people know I'm telling the truth. Please spread my truth. Huh. That means be quiet. I don't know who she's doing it though, so. Because she don't belong down. She's supposed to be upstairs at 9:30. She's breaking all her vows looking in this frame. She don't know how it works, but there is somebody on here. They are the person. Love, God is good all the time. I'm telling you. I just prayed. Didn't you see me? I just prayed for God to reveal all that is against me. Ooh, it works every time. He always comes to my aid. She don't know some of the people here follow me, being nosy. The homeless follow me. So they're going to spread my truth. Because, if I'm saying it, they're like, they believe it, but they always want, because you know how people can get in other people's head, especially when you're dingling a donation or some cash. So now, you know what I mean? She don't know how it works. She probably think I'm just staring in the screen talking, but there's somebody, they can see me, I can't see them. If they write something, I can see it. And then I'll answer it. But other than that, no. And this person's always on here all the time. Being nosy. Probably Carissa Shields, my stinkerboot. My stinkerboot. You know what I mean? It's crazy. You cannot control a human being, especially somebody like me. That's why I'm not swimming, because I know that there's another sister on the floor. And I'm talking with respect because usually I can't control not swimming. And I ain't really talking about nothing. I'm just letting her know. Because, some people need to hear what's going on in the world so they can prepare themselves. But for her, she's, you know what I mean? She's breaking all her vows they made to the Lord. And it's crazy. For what, though? Like I told him, you grabbed the wrong rings, honey. If you gonna grab any rings, it should have been the director of the place. So she's the one that run it. And that's the God's honest truth. That's wise advice. I don't care who you are. Sister, mother, I don't care. If I see you doing something shady, you're going to jail. I mean that. You think if I find drugs in here, you think I ain't calling the cops? Yes, I am. I'm not even touching them because you can definitely get fingerprints. Because everybody's sneaky. Them girls sat right here and smoked the bum. Like, But, they wasn't disrespecting me. I guess she was mad because they turned the heat off. She was cold. Janice said, how you go? She said, yeah, a little bit. I don't know what Janice said because I be trying to mind my business. I don't hear nothing coming out of Janice's mouth. But hi, how you doing? And good night. See, this is the thing. I'm not being disrespectful. It's not a disrespectful thing. This is what people need to understand. I'm the type of person, when you show me who you are, I'ma truly believe who you showed me. Right? And this goes on way back from, I think I've been here for 2 New Years. That's 2 years. When Mother Patricia was here. And I said, Janice is the devil, Mother Patricia, but she can't manipulate you. But as soon as you leave, she'll be able to manipulate Sister Jean. Because Sister Jean is easy to manipulate. Mother was stern, and her foundation was steady. It wasn't shaky. She ain't questioned. Now, she was a little mean, but she didn't question nothing she did. You know what I'm saying? She was one of them nuns that looked like she beat you with the ruler when you was in school. Ooh, yeah. But anyhow, and then when Janice had Rob call Mike, I'm like, oh, nope, I see her for who she is, and I just cannot. I cannot. I just can't. That's me not being true to myself. That's why I don't even, you know what I mean? I don't even like being fake. She don't, Mother don't never say good hi to me or nothing. Every once in a while, I don't know why she even says it, because she don't mean it. That's the feeling I get. And anybody that deal with Janice runs, I'm like, she don't run behind no other sisters. Even when she was a sister, Janice was running behind her. And for her to come behind me and put her lips tight, girl, I meant, it's crazy. You got to catch yourself and remember who you are. Don't come out of pocket. Because God always watching. And let you know, this plays back. This is recording me, but I can always play it back and share it to another platform. You know what I mean? That's not how a mother supposed to act. Anyway, not none I ever met. None I ever met acted like that. She does everything quietly. You know, you ain't even quiet. You're doing everything on live. You're letting people see who you really are. It's a blessing for me, a curse for you. And there's no taking it back. That's what I'm saying. They thought they did something with these cameras. They made a big mistake putting them cameras way up there. Cause ain't nobody gonna, not even Rob, gonna be twisting his neck to be keep looking up there. The only way you can see it if you lean back in the chair. You supposed to do it so we can be sitting up, not leaning back. If you was really trying to teach me a lesson, you just, you know what I mean? I can still lay back and not be seen right in the walkway. Ain't nobody come from behind. Ain't nobody come behind the desk but me. So I still got somewhere to hide. Cause you think it ain't danger out here. There's danger. Putting them uh cameras up there is dangerous. Cause I want to see the government before, you know, if something happens, I want to see it before it even hits the first door. Now you gotta lean all back in the chair. You know, we don't have weapons. That's why I'm like, why they keep saying they need to be seen? We don't have weapons. If somebody came here with a automatic, semi-automatic, what am I gonna shoot with my finger? Pew! No. So I don't want to be seen. I need to see them. They don't need to see me. That's why I'm like, why they keep saying I got no. We don't have no guns here. How am I gonna be unless that glass is bulletproof? But other than that, no. I want to see them before they see me, so that way, you know what I mean. I can hit the floor and crawl to safety. There's phones all around this place. That just made it even more dangerous, cause they're listening to the janitorial man's retarded. That's why he running around here doing what he want to do, acting like he run it. Just so he can get, and he still walked into the door locked. I fixed that second door because I'm not sitting here open like that. Nope. Them nurses coming here with their face covered up. You don't, that's why I was like, I was asking the girl, that's why I kept saying, do you work here? She's gonna be questioning, wait a minute. No, you can't explain yourself. You work here, yes or no? And if it's no, leave. I ain't doing that. Well, go to Crossroads. And that's why I'm like, why do they walk in here with hoods on and their head down and their face covered up? That's retarded. And I can walk in here like that and still get in. I can clock right in that thing using a fake name. There's a way to getting around taking that picture. Oh my God, that trap thing stinks. It's not way up here. Because now they're trying to hide their face. But you don't got to hide your face, girl. I know the shape of your body. Because as soon as you came out, I said, that's the second one. It was 3 of them from here that he sent after me. I said, Lord, they went back, came back busting out. They would have stitches and everything. I said, you stand on each other's shoulders. Don't even make you as tall as me. What is really going on? And I still ain't unlocking the door. Him and Hitler, the one with the name that sound like, yeah, a Nazi named her. They're acting like they're gangster. That's why that lady, I be dropping stuff on the floor because she's ignorant. She is ignorant. They want to get paid, but they don't want to do their job. You know what I mean? You're not even wiping nothing, first of all, because the keyboard's all dusty, right? I don't know how long they had this thing, Apollo, I guess it's a page thing or whatever. It's all dusty. They're not dusting nothing. So why are you mad I'm leaving my bag here and you're not cleaning nothing? What you need to clean is the keyboards. You supposed to have a duster because I got allergies. That's really what's setting them off, right? You supposed to clean off the keyboard, disinfect everything. They don't disinfect. Hitler disinfects with hand sanitizer, right? So yous ain't even really cleaning. You's only cleaning what can be seen. And yous ain't even really doing it. That's why I spray with Lysol. I don't want to be sick. I mean, it was like death. You hear me? Oh my God. It was even worse than death because death was dark. You know, you're just in limbo. Either God's going to take you or the devil, or he's going to send you back. But having COVID, you wish you would die. Every bone in your body just aches. If you get on, you can't get up. You roll on the floor. You know, you might as well just cry because you're down there for like 5 and 6 hours. Every time you sit down, you got to get back up. It felt like your bones was glass and it was just breaking. And all you do is sleep. You can eat a little bit of this and a little bit of that and drink, and then you fall right back out to sleep. Then you're stuck in the bed again. You try to roll on the floor, and now you're stuck on the floor again for 6 or 7 hours. You go to work, you know, you ask the bus driver, just give you a minute. A minute. They kept saying, "What's wrong with you?" I was like, "I don't know." And then they gave me surgery with COVID. I had surgery when I had COVID. That's crazy, right? I didn't even care. I had surgery when I had COVID. And even when you eat, the food don't even taste right. Like when I went, I always ate at this restaurant with I get noodles, the chicken. That's all I would order, noodles and the chicken and the vegetable. But when I ate it, it tastes like somebody was trying to poison me. I came it out. I didn't even eat it. I spent $10, came right out here and threw it in the yard for the animals. I tried to eat at so many restaurants, the food just went to waste because your taste buds are messed up. You lose weight. That's when they said I was smoking crack. I was like, please. I wasn't smoking crack. I was dying. I was tired. It's hot. If I was smoking crack, I should. Let me tell you something about me and smoking crack. 'Cause they like, if I was smoking crack, I would have robbed these people. I would have been taking valuables and not even caring. And then I would have bust some people in the face for real. Because when I get high, I am a violent person. That's like what they talking about smoking crack. Because somebody's head would have been busted open. I can promise you that. And if you think I'm lying, ask the ones I did bust their head open. I was really sick. That's why I'm like, I ain't touching none of you down here. If I can kick you, I ain't even put my mouth on. Somebody know what? I had a mouth to mouth, a CPR mask. Somebody went right and took it off the key ring. I mean, you know, they stole Lima Rose's picture. They stole the pink one like this. They took another bracelet. They put back the bead bracelet and they took another bracelet. I'm like, this don't even make no sense. But I sure ain't going back to no shelter and be on no top bunk. I am too old for a top bunk. And them bunk beds are like when you back, I mean, they're like them iron ones that hurt. When you climb up them, oh my God. I'm like, they can't put cushions or nothing on them. And you know how many times I almost fell off? I gotta still sleep against the wall as a grown adult. That's why I got that pregnancy pillow. In case I happen to fall on the floor, I can fall on the pillow. If it ain't against the wall anyway. Oh, oh my God. You know what I hate when people get out of jail? Oh my God. How he probably was only in there for like 2, 3 years. He act like he was in there for like 50 years. Oh my God. He act like if you was that out 3 years ago, you know where the outline is. Stop playing. You know where the outline is because they're always showing Kennedy Plaza on the TV, on the news. Oh my God, nobody cares you just got out of jail, drug addict. Now you're over there in the sober house. He was like, oh. And then that girl, that Spanish girl, she was going back to the shelter. She a nut. Oh my God, she she knows me though. She knows who I am. He was like, oh, I knew he just got out because they're all getting out. It's getting nice. They're all getting out by the time, it's like they switch spots. Some get out, and then the ones that's out go in, and then it switches over again. He was like, oh, is this where you catch the eye line? I was like, yeah. No, he said something, the rail. I was like, what, the eye line? He was like, yeah. I was like, yeah, it's right there. He said, oh, because this is my first time taking a bus. Oh my God. And I was looking, he kept staring at me. I was like, I do not want you. That's what that white guy ran over there. So, see if you can pull her. He ain't pulling me. Especially after he done said the sober house. I don't need them type of problems. A dealer or a user. So I hear him say to the bus driver, this is my first time riding the bus. Because he's black. The bus driver knows. He ain't black, he's white, but he knows. He was like, I'm looking for da 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 da. I think he passed it though. Because I had an appointment at that house. I think it's up here. The stop before here. But he said it's across the street from a bar or something. So they opened up another sober house on North Main Street. Well, you said it's on North Main Street, so it can't be, Lord, what's that bitch's name that run that, house over there? He ain't talking about Broad Street. He says from somebody. I was like, well, what you looking for? He said, oh, the sober house. Da 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 da. Then he said another house. And I was like, he said Zinnia. And the bus driver know about Zinnia too. Cause he was like, the bus driver said Zinnia. And he was like, I was like, what you looking for, Zinnia? Cause Zinnia ain't nowhere over here. He said, no, I just got out of Zinnia. Probably got to, cause Zinnia got their own sober house. But yeah, he said, yeah, I just got out of Zinnia and I came over here to this sober house. Them are the 2 words that should have never came out of his mouth. Well, 3. Jail and sober house. uh-uh. Nope. No, thank you, Jesus. Everybody was just looking at him because everybody know he just got out. You can tell when they get out. That little sterling chain. I hope when he get ready to sell it for $3, I'm there to buy it because it was cute. I hope I wear the same size sneakers he do because I'm a going too. I was going to say, well, how long you been in jail? Because I need to know. You act like you been in there 50, 11 years. Beyonce. 50, 11 years. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. The other one did the same thing. I'm not talking to myself. As I'm like, they shouldn't even, you know what I'm saying? She could have gave me the key. She didn't even, I don't know what she was doing behind me. That's what I'm saying. They don't understand about live. For them to even say, I'm not going to stop talking because you was down here. That's just ignorant and disrespectful on your behalf. Because everything you was doing, you could have did way before I got here. You know our sister Mary Vincent is. I don't know how you want to keep her from talking. Oh my God. I'm going to go look downstairs because that grease trap is strong. Wait for people to come in though. You know, I'm not being ignorant. It's just disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? It's not registering to them that it's disrespectful. That somebody cannot talk because they're present. And I'm saying, I know this is weird, but if that's the case and you know me, everything you need to do down here should be done before I even get into the building. And I wasn't here, I was a half an hour early. I wasn't here early, I was a half an hour early. I get the 7-something bus on Saturdays. You know what I'm saying? Because they just don't understand. You know, everybody got a compromise, right? You telling me not to talk when you're down here is being disrespectful, number one. Number two, whatever you got to do, it should get done before the person that likes to talk get in the building. So that way you ain't compromising none with what you agreed to Jesus with or God with, whoever you took your oath for. That's how the world works. This is how the world works. This is how the world works. Well, she likes to talk. You know, everybody down here that works here swears. And half of the time, they ain't even quiet when they're praying. I don't even know why they started being so quiet all of a sudden, because they was never quiet when they was in the chapel praying. Now all of a sudden, everybody's trying, you know what, See, I'm not a follower, right? And then when they're praying, you got to be quiet. I'm like, oh my God. You can pray anywhere. It don't even gotta be in the chapel. They can play in the covenant. Well, what happened to that piece? Cause I sure put it back in there. They probably both threw it out because I put that piece right back in the tape thing. And then I probably, oh, that's, I don't know, I probably threw it in the garbage by mistake. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to compromise. Everybody don't get everything their way. That's the problem with the world now. That's why it's going to hell. You know what I mean? Just like wanting me to sit in front of this door is crazy. I'm telling you, they're running around here shooting Jews, burning churches down. That's why that girl says, I don't know. Why? Better take heed, nuts walking up here acting retarded. Talking about she want to sleep in the covenant. Well, you got to go to school or whatever, you know what I mean? Then you come back. When you go where they send you. You just can't pick where you want to go. You got to go where they send you at any given moment. That's like saying stop breathing. Stop breathing because I don't want you to breathe in the same oxygen I'm breathing because I have said it. That's what it's like. And it ain't comprehending. It ain't clicking. That they're being ignorant and disrespectful. That's like when they're talking, they want you to shut up. But why am I shutting up? I'm not even in your conversation. That's disrespectful. Because this is not how the world works. It's not. Because if you're in Walmart and two sisters are talking and there's two people behind you in front of you talking, they're not going to stop their conversation so you can talk unless it's something juicy, and then everybody stop talking so they can hear what you're saying. You got to adapt. You got to adapt to where you are because you're around a whole bunch of heathens. A whole bunch of heathen that comes in work, runs go find somewhere to hide and smoke weed. Well, weed's legal. Not at work, it's not. Who in this building got an oxygen tank? Do you know? In this type, well, they're only washing dishes and cooking, but, you know, you do not supposed to be smoking weed up there messing with them old people. A cop can't even smoke weed. I'm telling you, they clean house in Pawtucket. I'm going to say it again. They was selling and using. Selling and using. And then bringing it to the other firemen at the other firehouse. And then they're going to talk about that. I'm like, how are they going to sue if they was, you know what I'm saying, had 30 years? Well, they didn't say we couldn't smoke and with. Well, if you're smoking it because you got the day off, when you come back, you got to take a urine, and your urine's going to be dirty. I don't know what happened to the case. They say stuff and then it goes away. I guess when it comes back up to court, they'll talk about it again. But yeah, yup. Pawtucket Fire Department. They was out there making money. That's why I was like, where these, you know what I'm saying? Where the trucks be going? Anybody call for a fire truck? And Woonsocket, I don't know where they be going, but every time you come out, there's always a fire truck close by. And they always seem to be coming out the same street. That street over there by the welfare office. I'm like, I'm gonna, I'm waiting till it gets nice. You know what I'm saying? I like to walk. I like to walk, especially if, you know what I mean? If it's like really, really hot and I don't wanna go to Providence or whatever, I'll come out and take a walk because I like to stray. I want to know why the fire department's all that truck's always up there. I know there's a high rise there, but I mean, you know what I'm saying? I want to see what's really going on. And then I'll go take a shower, put me on some shorts and a t-shirt and lay down. If I feel like going to Providence, I will after my walk. If I don't, I don't. But there's something definitely going on in the world with with the police and the fire department. If you want to be a drug dealer, why would you even get a legitimate job? Because you sure can't hide it. Because you're going to get caught sooner or later. See, that's the problem. People don't know when to stop. Money is an addiction, too. Money, selling drugs, the fast life is an addiction. You get a rush. And the more money you make, the bigger the rush is. And the bigger your ego get. And the bigger your ego get, you start slipping. Because you think you're untouchable. Psychological. Everything starts with your mind. Everything that happens to you starts with your mind. Your mind is a tricky thing. Like I had this aunt, I don't know, I think she died. Nobody told me though, my Aunt Kathy. And I swear I'm just like every time somebody else gets sick, she comes up with the illness. She don't got the illness, she gets the symptoms. That's why every time I see somebody with amputated legs or something, I be like, oh Lord. You know what I'm saying? Or the elephant disease, I'd be like, oh my God. Like, that's why I'm trying to stay healthy. I'm going back on my diet. I don't know why, because I hate when my face gets skinny. Lord, if I get skinny like I was on, I didn't even think I looked good on, I don't even look good when I smoke weed. I do not look healthy when I smoke, and it's only weed. I do not look healthy at all. I'm like, they must have been putting crack in my weed. I was not. I was like, how people smoke weed and don't gain weight? I showed this pop. I was one of them. That's why I'd be like, who is outside my door smoking weed and cigarettes? Like, they stand right there, like, I'm like, child. It just stinks. They be saying, just smoke weed. No, I'm not just smoking weed. I'm not just smoking nothing. Because I know you can put fentanyl in it and you can smash up crack and put it in there. I ain't doing none of that. That's why I don't like being around people that smoke. They take their cigarettes out. They try to make you relapse off anything, cigarettes or anything. Because if you got cigarettes, then if they don't got cigarettes, they can beg from you. Every time I get a craving for a cigarette, I shove some food in my mouth and get it over with. But anyhow, I'm getting ready to watch Mike Epps. His new stand-up for this year. I said, I was like, oh my God, it's true, because they followed me across the street too. That's the Spanish girl. She went over here acting me tired. Leave me alone. I ain't even bother you. Nuts. That's why it's good to pray at any given moment. If you don't feel right, you do not feel right, don't be ashamed, honey. Well, that lady dug in the garbage. She should have took it out. That's what she should have did. I thought I just do the tape thing in there. What's it at? What you know? Oh, they're turning off the elevator. Yes, they stopped that service elevator. That man goes up there though. He's using one of them elevators out of the kitchen. I don't even care. Oh, let me do my paperwork. I didn't do it today because they like reading paperwork. See how peaceful it gets? basement this cold, yeah. That janitorial guy had nerve to call and say now they used to complain that it was hot. He called somebody and was complaining that it was freezing like hell in there. I said, well, they done, he was like, Frio, Frio. I was like, yeah, 'cause they done turn air on. It ain't even time for the heat. Or next door's freezing, but I guess they can put heat on in their apartment. But it's cold in them hallways. They must have got to save on gas heat. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe they took and went and bought her some plants. But she was definitely, it was like a little Toyota. A little what? I don't know if it was like a box Toyota. It could have been a Camry, but it was definitely white and it had like 5 cars trailing it. 4. I was like, who's that none in that front seat? With that drug dealer. Maybe it's somebody in his family. I don't know. But I know it was 1, not 2. I was right on North Main Street waiting for the bus. Matter of fact, it was the 6:40 bus. It came at 7:12 or something like that. And I was downtown by that weenie joint, that bus stop. Before you go over the bridge with the waterfall, I was at that bus stop. We all, even the white guy in the back was like, what the hell? I was like, uh-huh. And we still had to wait like, oh my God. That's how I know it was around 6 something. Because by the time I got to the bus stop, it was like 6:30 because my alarm went off right at 6:30. I set it. By the time I walked, the bus left from up there at 6:40. I think I had to be there like 10, 15 minutes, and here they all come. I was cracking up laughing. I was all like, what the hell? That man said, yeah, the world is coming to an end. But start hanging with drug dealers. I will cry. Because he be like, she's lying, she's crazy. No, I'm not. Watch. He said, I'm going to spread the gospel right now. I said, yep, go right ahead. And I'm going on live to spread it. And she revved her little head right over here. Everybody keep throwing on their hoodies like their head. I put my hoodie on because my head's cold. I already know what I am. If you know what you are, why you gotta brag about who you are, right? If you believe you can achieve, I know who I am. That's why I don't gotta brag. But I'll keep telling you over and over again that don't put your hands on me because it's gonna be a whole nother story. But I know who I am. I'm not in competition with nobody. Everybody's in competition with me. When I come out, I know I come out. And then I go sit right back down. I don't gotta show my face every day. That's not my thing. And if I am showing my face every day because there's something on the hook. Other than that, I am not coming outside to be sweaty or cold unless I'm going to the beach or something. And I do not go to the beach in the wintertime. You see, people think, right, that if, let's say your head, right, and I'm really being truthful. This is bad. I only became, or I am who I am, but my blessing don't got nothing. It was because who I was connected to. We was the youngest in the game. Well, he was. I wasn't doing nothing. But anywho, even if you marry a dude, say you marry a drug lord, right? All you are is a drug lord's wife. You ain't nothing more, you ain't nothing less. You just get the respect because of what your husband do, and people are terrified of him. That's it. Me, I was equal. See, there's a difference. You married him just to be somebody. That's it. You didn't do nothing. You probably never even killed the spider. I'm not saying I'm a murderer. And I got murderees. I'm not saying. I earned. Even, see, the thing was, I was never his wife. He was my husband, supposedly. You get it? I was never his wife. Never. He was always my husband. Back up and walk to him again. Oh, now the door wanna act up. Yeah, it ain't locked.
Did you work last night?
Yeah.
What happened with that lady that was out there?
She wouldn't leave. I don't know who she was. She said she wanted to sleep in the cupboard, and I was like, oh,
So sleep where?
She wanted to sleep there.
In here.
Yeah.
Welcome. I'm gonna start my car. I'll be right with you. Welcome, sister.
That's why I fix the doors like that, because people just walk in. One door don't secure you, and Kim and sure don't keep people out, I can tell you that. That lady was sick, she needed a hospital, not to come stay with none. I'm looking at the cameras anyway, because they're too high now. You get in, you get in, you don't, you don't. You wait till I look up or knock.
Have a good night, sister.
You too.
You know what happened? Cause she was sitting right out there. She ain't staying here. She could have gave her a ride. She didn't.
Good night.
Good night. You better open it with her hand when she come back. Cause I ain't getting enough toys. I only have one time and one time only. Not gonna fix the doors, but put cameras up. That's retarded. Trying to make the janitorial man feel like you. Girl, please. You doing what he wants you to do instead of doing what's right. Locks keep nuts out. I can always go out the first door and don't go close enough to the second door and talk to him. Cause that key, I don't even know where that. I'm gonna try the doors. I don't even know what that key go to. That key was not on there. And then there was a key on there and they took the key off. I don't know. I don't even care. Cause these people don't care. Why should I? They get busted in their head, they better scream. I called 911 for. She's all trying to be funny. Your daughter dropped her off. That's what I'm saying. Her daughter dropped that nut off. It's probably somebody in her family. And they threw her out with a can of corn and some water. Because her daughter sure did drop her off. But that car looks just like the car that dropped her off. See, I'm smart. I'm not stupid. Yeah, but sure better open or you would have been stuck. Hi. I think it is that monkey. Good night. This is what I'm saying about black people, right? That lady's daughter, I'm gonna go back in the camera, cause that lady's daughter dropped that girl off. I thought it was the Puerto Rican dude that be driving the Uber, cause he brings used to bring a lot of the women here that used to work here and take Uber. But she dropped that lady off. That lady walked in here. She went around the block. I seen her talking to the lady through the camera. Because I threw the lady out. And then she went out. If you are such a sister, right? And I told that lady where to go to Crossroads, why you didn't give her a ride? And why would your child pick up a stranger? Talking about she want to go. She probably said, well, my mother works at a Covenant. If you care, so she sat there and talked to the lady for about a good 10 minutes. Why you didn't offer her a ride? She got right in her, put her bag in her car, and got in her car and drove off. So, girl, you are no better than me. Yep, there you go. So, when you talked to the lady, what did you say to her?
I said, do you want me to get help, get you a ride to go to the shelter or something like that? She said, no, I'm fine. I said, I can see if I can get you help to get you to the shelter. Oh, no, they say I can't be here, so I'm fine.
I called the cops. They took her somewhere.
She didn't want to talk to me. But I was trying to see if I could help her get at least to, shelter.
I told her where to go. I don't know where the cops brung her, but they brung her somewhere.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, did you? Yeah, it was too cold. You should have gave her a ride. Your daughter brung her here, 'cause I seen her get out the car. She could have got right in your car. She came here in it. There you go. I'm not undoing them doors till I leave. I gotta feel safe in here. That's walking in from the street.
are you?
Good in you.
I'm good.
That's good. Mhm. That girl's probably related to that's her sister, girl. I don't care if that's your sister. I don't care if there was whole family use monkeys. Uh, I told you they're all related like you supposed to be scared because there's two of them and one of you. She don't smell like her sister though. Her sister came and got right into our culture. That girl looked like she can be related to him, and I'm not lying. Because her daughter definitely brung her hair. Oh, it's too cold. And the shelter don't care if they was packed. She wouldn't have got in there either. Somebody should have thought about that before they threw her out. Because she was not at no college. Somebody threw her out of a house or a shelter. So anyway, this dude came to the bus stop, right? He's black. He's like, oh, you failed another test. First of all, let me explain something, right? I'm not jeopardizing my life, right? Because these people are crazy out here. You hear me now? I mean, if a white man saying how he runs all the blacks and call them N-words and won't sock it, they're nuts out here, right? I'm not going to put my life in harm's way and got to follow a nut around here and watch. I'll be watching her all night. I'm not doing that. I'm not no babysitter. You see, people want you to do for them what people wouldn't do for you. It ain't even about being kind, it's about being safe. That's why they're reckless around here. Because they think nothing bad will happen here. But honey, if you want to sit here, and trust me, what's your name? I'll call you right down here and I'll call you so you can go out there and talk to the nuts. How about that? How about that? The girl could not sit outside. She can't sit in here. Whatever you do up there, not changing diapers, that's what you do. But it's not security's job to babysit strangers because it's cold outside. That's not the job. Yeah, it's cold outside. She got in the car. Your daughter should have came right back around and picked her up and brung her to crossroads like I told the girl to go. You wasn't trying to let the girl in your car. I was standing right there. I was looking right at you in the camera. Because if that was the case, you know what I'm saying? She didn't tell the cops. She just said she didn't want to go to the hospital. And she didn't want to go to the shelter. She wanted to come right up here and sleep with the nuns. How was she going to do that? That's what made me know that she got mental health issues. The daughter brought her over here. She should have brought her back where she got, because she was like, yeah, she did her two fingers like she was walking, but that's not my business. And jeopardized my job. If someone would have got stolen, she would have hurt somebody, I would have got fired. Everybody want to tell you what to do. You should have did it because she looked like she can be your daughter or your niece or your younger sister. Now you want to go there. I hate people that try to act like they're better than you. This is a job. This ain't a babysitting center. It was freezing when the dude snuck over there and it's crazy, I'm telling you. And they be like, oh, she's lying. No, I'm not lying. Cameras don't lie. Cameras don't lie. That dude walked snuck over there and it was snow on the ground. It was freezing. His nose and everything was running. I go outside and it was like, oh, my daughter works there. I'm like, you got to come from out of there, sir. Well, I said, well, if your daughter worked here, why you didn't go inside? Lo and behold, it's Junior. The one that was here, I think, for the feeling for the janitorial to be a supervisor. He was high. Who's outside 2, 3 o'clock in the morning in the freezing cold, boogers running down? He's probably was looking for something. I ain't lying. I was like, well, who's your daughter then? He did say one of these girls' names, but I don't know. I said, well, why you didn't come inside over there sitting on? I was like, you got stuck out. And it was freezing cold that day, too. I said, oh, if your daughter worked here, you could have came, sat inside and got warm. He was like, no, he's probably waiting for the janitorial to bring him something. That's what people don't understand. If a security guard lets somebody in, right, they become their liability. That girl ain't being my liability. He should have offered her a blanket or something. He'd be stealing everything else out of here. You know, she gonna keep walking, talking. Well, your daughter brought her here. Whose daughter picks up strays? That's why she was late coming to get you. And you probably know it. So she looked like she's related. You know, talk to me like I'm your child, girl. You crazy, stinking. Oh, yeah, so the dude's gonna talk about, oh, you feel, first of all, yous ain't testing me for nothing. Because what's so special about me sending the Dominican guy away, the Puerto Rican guy away, and the white guy away? And they all told me I was mean. So what's so special about her skin? Why? Because we got the same skin? Yous ain't testing me. And then the little girl on the bus, that her mother was white. Thank you. And her mother made her cry. You ain't testing me for nothing, sure not for no man. Because if they ain't sent by the Lord, I don't want them. And I will know. Oh yeah, back to what I was saying. So even if you sleep with if you just going with a drug dealer, that don't make you nothing. You just dating a drug dealer. That's it. I don't know why people will head or what. You ain't the director. You ain't the administrator. You the head of the nuns. That's it. You help the director and you help the administrator. You help use the sisters and Mother Jean helps the people that really run the facility. She takes care. She's like Janice, the donations, and Janice take care of the volunteers. Excuse me. Like Sister Lima Rose was hiring the CNAs. Well, do Sister Anna Rose got experience as a nurse or a CNA? Cause somebody can get up a fake resume or take somebody else and put their name at the top. But do you check resumes? Do you do BCI worldwide? Cause they can be beating up people in Ohio. That don't mean it's gonna show. Or you just do Rhode Island local. That's how they get away with it. Some plate facilities don't do worldwide BCIs. Just do local. They need to do even the different countries, and they come up beating. They leave one job from we can talk because that girl with that little girl. Open it. Yeah.
Oh, it's getting really worse today, huh?
Yeah. I'm gonna take it apart when I leave though, but while I'm here, I'm keeping the door locked because my safety comes first.
No, I don't blame you. I stepped back because I thought I was like, maybe it'll open. But,
It was working, it just started acting up again. That motor ain't never gonna come.
Yeah, they're still waiting for it? Oh my goodness.
That motor for 2 years.
Well, they need to go to a different company, I guess.
They probably can go right to one of these stores around here, hardware stores,
Yeah,
and get the part.
that's what I'm saying. Like, what do you wait? Why are you waiting for that?
Yeah, walk right in, buy it, and walk right out. What they paid for these new cameras probably would have paid for the motor for the door. I would have rather have new motors.
Yeah.
Cause
I mean, what was wrong with the old one?
well,
I mean, this one's bigger. You can see more, I guess.
yeah, but you see how you gotta hold your neck. Ain't nobody wanna hold their neck up like that. It's supposed to be leveled off.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Good,
Cause
how are
now
you?
you gotta watch it like this.
Yeah.
And they say don't lean back in the chair. You gotta open it. Yep, there you go.
Alright, have a good night. Yeah.
Yeah, that's stupid. Ain't nobody gonna be watching no cameras like that.
Yeah, it was better like right there because you could.
That's what I was like, they should have put 2 monitors and moved that one over there.
Yeah.
But hey.
You have to be like in position because like they'll if you're not like doing it like they say like the CNAs, I'm like you have to be doing the work because you can't just like change everything around. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You have to be in it to know to like what's going on.
Yeah, you don't even know. Ain't nobody. That's what I'm saying. We don't look at the cameras 24/7. But if it was like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, to your peripheral vision, you can always see something. Like,
You can be on top of it.
Yeah, I have the cameras here and my tablet here. I'm watching the camera and my tablet. It's just that certain times when people come in, I know exactly when they're coming in.
Yep.
Yeah, have a good night.
So,
Mm-hmm.
what can we do about it? We just work here. That's what I
That's
say.
what
I'm
I'm
sorry.
saying.
I can't change my
Sure can't. Just gotta go with the flow.
All right, have a good day.
You too. And I'm definitely sending these cameras to my supervisor. Tell them something happens, ain't our fault. Cause they want you looking up at all times. Ain't nobody on time they're on the cameras when they being nosy. No, now I'ma really miss the papers. I'll get thrown out. Oh yeah, back to it. It just makes you, his partner. You know what I mean? A real man ain't gonna, you know what I'm saying? They like trophies. People think I'm lying, but I met a lot of interesting people in my life. Fast and furious it was. Now, I mean, if you's a both, well, I was really at a higher level because how my mom and my biological father and my stepfather took me around and introduced me to family members and people of that such. So it really gave me a leg up on whatever man I was even going to be with. Told you I was in Atlanta for a minute. I had to get spent out of there real quick. That was a blessing. Lord. I went to Atlanta with my mother. We went to Mama Joyce's. Back then, they can really cook. My mother was going to school to become a nurse, but she went down south. We went to Brandy and Ray J's mother's home. Then we was in New York. That's when we found out that the stores in New York. So I was like, oh shit, they don't do this in Rhode Island, but they do sell beer now. In the grocery store. Well, it wasn't even a grocery store. It was just a raggedy corner store, a bodega. And with Richard, I went to California. God, I always forget where Bourbon away from. We went there. I remember that fight. That little old lady was like, that's your father. I was like, I know it's my father, but I don't want you touching him. I took up buried man's father's hole in the wall. He was like, don't bring this crazy bitch back down here. And then Nick Cannon, and I wrote Nick at Night, Nickelodeon. I wrote Nicoletta. We was writing back and forth or whatever. It probably was his father, but yeah, because Nick ain't even. I was a little older than Nick, I think. That's why I think it was his father, but I don't know, whoever, whatever. And I brought it to school, and it poured. I hate taking the bus. I walk all the way from Perry Middle School over there, Cranston Street. Lord, I hope this lady work here. Open them. Yeah. Yeah, she went.
That's his new.
Hi. you too.
I'm sorry.
Good night.
Just paper.
Mm-mm.
Just paper.
See, they work for her. I swear them doors work for who they want to. I know it. Honestly, told you. They work for that other lady. Them doors open right up for her. Yeah, get busted in here, y'all. I don't care. only work for that one lady. Telling them those working for who they want to work for. Calling you the devil, girl. Whoever they don't open for, don't trust. They are leaving late. Unless they was in there being nosy. You know, so they can have something to gossip about. Oh, my friend must work next week. I'll wash my clothes and pile them right back up. Oh, I'll do it next week. They keep saying that is not my granddaughter. When I wasn't, my granddaughter was like 4, 5. I've been going what for 5 years. She might be 10. That was a grown woman. It looked like to me. Because usually a kid would be like, well, she didn't look like no little kid to me. That's why I keep saying, I don't know who thinks they're testing me, but they ain't testing me because it is not going to work. Especially, that's who they look like. Them two ladies look just like that boy that like picking up strays and taking them out and sleeping with them. I couldn't see it. I'm going to look at that picture again because that's who it looked like. He said, I parked my car over there. I was like, oh, he was all yelling, and I kept walking. People were blowing the horn for me. I'm like, He would not stop saying, yo, you should have seen the way I look. That's how I know he's full of crap. He was like, oh, I was like, who's that looking all good? I was like, what? I had a brown dress on, below my ankles, some blue and black Smurf socks. What kind of in my New Balances, and this sweater, and my head was wrapped. I was like, what? But I was like, oh, okay. He was like, oh, I was like, I'm in love with the Lord, because he's not chosen for me. Cut that short, because I already seen how he works. What's going to change? And there was a whole bunch of them. I'm like, what all they work? I thought they had the yellow and the almonds jacket on. I'm like, what, they all work together? I just, After I seen how they get married, no, no, no. No, 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 no. I ain't laying that. No, me. It's for me. You laying at a man's feet is like them saying you're beneath him. Like he's on, you know what I'm saying? And they drop on, you keep your little pennies. Ain't pennies, is like dollars, $100. You know what I'm saying? 20s, 50s, or whatever. But why am I laying at your feet? You know, I want to sit beside my husband, not be laying on the floor while they're dropping pennies, dollars on me. You can get the same result dancing on a pole for your husband. Just you it up. You know what I mean? She is so much in competition with me. I swear to God, I am not in competition with her. I done lived my life. I enjoyed the good, the bad, and the ugly. I ain't in competition with nobody. Even that guy is in competition with me. He kept saying, "You see me now?" I was like, "Who are you talking to?" Got on the bus, he's doing the same thing. I'm like, man, you know what I mean? I'm a relic of my father or my dad, and I don't remember him being white. You know, I mean, this is like deep. This is like deep. Whatever's going on is deep, not within me, but within whatever organization he's supposed to be attached to. Because they ain't playing none of his games. Yeah, so I was like, if I really, because the people that he act like, don't do it till the bus come. I can get on the bus at any time. Because if I was really, I got these jackets from there. If I was really interested and I wasn't cold, if I had boots and warm jacket on, I would have stayed. I would have stayed and took the clothes I wanted to take. You didn't do nothing. They said if she wasn't cool, she would have stayed right down here. I surely would have. I surely would have. But he's thinking it's him control. You ain't controlling nothing. Because if I want something, I'm going to hang around long enough to get it. Mind over matter, you know what I mean? Mind over matter. Now I got to down dress because women are feeling uncomfortable with me around. Look, and I don't want none of these men out here, so how is the way I'm dressing got anything to do with what you got on? I'm going to have them put a thing on my heart. I don't know. Might be gas. I am not in competition. I do me. Somebody asks something. If I can help, I'll help. If I don't feel it, and I'm saying no. And, if I'm iffy, I'll be like, let me see what I can do. And, when I say, let me see what I can do, it's whenever you can catch it. Maybe I might, and maybe I won't. I'm not out to impress nobody but me. Everything I do is for me. But we all live and learn. You know what I'm saying? That's like I can't stop the inedible. I was saying the inedible. I can't stop it. Whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Like if you sitting in the room next to me to hear stuff, that's why I don't talk. I'm not even really talkative no more, cause you know what I mean. Unless I'm reading something out of the Bible or something. But other than that, you know what I'm saying? I'm not giving nobody nothing to talk with. That's on the bus, right? You don't have no life. For you to ride on the bus with 10 other people to find out if I'm gonna gossip or not is crazy. So you can have something to gossip about. You don't have no life. You're just alive. Lord knows when them things might come down. Hopefully it burned through your head, because you just wasted space on earth now. Not earth, earth. If you get on the bus to hear gossip, you have nothing productive to do in your life. And I'm not asking for the gossip. Sometimes I just be walking down the street, two dudes are walking back of me, in front of me, and just start telling me. I be like, oh my God. I was like, why would you even have to do this? Don't you see I'm trying to mind my business? But I guess it's business they think that I should know. Half of the time I'm not even listening. I go into my own head, zone out, because I don't want to be bothered with it. You know what I'm saying? Like the dude on the phone. He was like, he wasn't talking to nobody on that phone. He was talking to her. And I didn't say nothing. I just let them gossip about it. Because you say you heard, you seen what you seen, and I seen what I seen. I thought he was on the phone talking to somebody else, because I was trying to mind my business. You know what I'm saying? You don't have no, you trying to live through me. You trying to live through me. That's retarded. You think I'm going to get up to go outside to follow you around all day? I don't got no money, but I got a free bus pass. So I'm going to get up to follow you around all day and starve. No, I'm not. No, because your life, what you do in your life and how you live in your life don't got nothing to do with me. Now, if I'm following you all around, now I'm involved in your life, but you ain't involved in my life, because, you know, you don't even really know I'm there. I'm just there seeing what I can hear so I can go back and gossip. Who want to live like that? Not me. Not me. Sometimes I'd be like, you know what? I pray before I go. But you know, like I said, stuff falls in my lap. That's just how it is now. But I'm not gonna follow nobody around to get some gossip. If anything, they walk behind me or in front of me talking, so I can hear what's going on. Even the crackheads got common sense to go down there with their pipes and their gossip. They don't like me because they be like, you be drilling. I'm not drilling. I'm just asking you questions. What's this, a interrogation? No, we're just having a conversation. But why I'm doing all the answering? Because that's the way it turns out. You know what I mean? They can call me what they want, but I know who I am. I know exactly who I am. I'm somebody, if I lay on my back, they'll all jump between my legs. I know that. I know that. They smoke weed. No. We want you to blend in. Well, I owe $10. I'm blending it. I'm blending in, owing $10. But as me doing drugs, I'm not gonna do. As far as me having a conversation, I'm not gonna have unless I got something to ask. And I'm like, oh, blah. That's how I found out about me, and I asked about it. You know what I mean? That's why I'm like, you know, I don't even get off on them calling me nothing much no more. Because, you know, what can I do? What can I do? But the thing is, they should look at me and see I'm not. Because I don't do nothing nobody tell me to do. I do what my job And I can look right on the phone and see what my what the job requires. It's on the phone. It's in the phone. I'm not doing no more than I have to do. If I want to, I will. If I don't, I don't. Can't nobody train me because my mother didn't train me. She raised me. Like I said, they must have been raised by pit bulls and Rottweilers and Chihuahuas. My mother was a human being. And like he said, he runs all them but me, but he will. No, you won't, because I don't want nothing you got. I'm not talking because all yous are trying to find out what stuff to talk about when you get home, because you have no life. When I was smoking weed, you know what I mean? I was given weed. I wonder where he is. I gotta find Poppy. I haven't seen him in a minute. He was in the high rise. Lord, what happened to him? Did he die? I'm gonna have to ask them. Or did he move? 'Cause a lot of people moved in the high rise. This is what kills me about Crossroads, Frank. I get over. They must just cook on Saturdays and Sundays. Because why would you go out your way to build a building so they can have their own bathroom and their own kitchen, but still yet they're running to all the places to eat for free? Now everybody done moved their significant other in. I seen Baby Jordan. I said I was looking down the street. He was like, "Oh, it was a setup. Did you see Millie? Have you seen Millie?" I'm like, "Boy, I do not want you go right up there in your little house with your girlfriend, 'cause he got two plates. And it might not even be his girlfriend, 'cause he sleeps with other women too. He is definitely a cheater. He don't look as good as he looked when I don't know what's going on. Crossroads destroyed you, I'm telling you. I don't know. Maybe he gets a tan in the summertime, but his skin and his beard and all that do not be glowing like it used to. 'Cause he did get high. He be like, yes, you did. He be getting high with everybody else. Unless he over there sneaking Derek up there. 'Cause him and Derek was good friends. So, I'm getting ready to go because it's going on 12 o'clock. I want to watch Mike Diamond Dot and laugh. Let me see what he's talking about. I might look up. I'm going to look up at the canvas while I'm listening to him. I gotta get water. I forgot my canister. I'm thirsty. You know what I mean? Happy Sunday. It will be. And everybody, they're going to get mad anyway, but when God sets something in stone, no matter what you do, you cannot turn it around. He's delivering messages, and them messages are real. Like I told that bus driver, God said, I gotta stop. Oh my God, I keep going. It's like, because I'm real. You can think I'm not, but I'm really real. I said, God said, you going straight to hell. I said, even when, because she is going to try to turn her life around. I'm going to say, he said, you can praise him. You can go to church every day. But no matter what you do, your name is already written in Satan's book. Whatever you did, there's no coming back from. Whatever you did, you can run and save a whole bunch of kids from a burning house. You still are going to hell. Because everything you do that you think is funny is really not. Not in his eyes. You was already judged. There's a lot of people already judged and condemned. They just still want to keep hope alive. Keep hope alive. Martin Luther King said, keep hope alive. But when it's already set in stone, because you already sold your soul to the devil. You understand me? You already signed your name in blood to the devil. You got everything that you prayed to the devil for. He granted it to you faster than God. You didn't want to wait for your blessing, so you took while you could. See, so you already signed your name in blood. A lot of people did. The messages I give are real and they are true. You cannot come back from that. You got everything the devil promised you. You writ your name in blood. Now that's where you will go. That's why I keep trying to explain to people, the devil grants blessings too, but they come quicker than what God's blessings do. And some people want to cut corners. That's like when you take a test. You can do it the right way or you can cheat. Like me, I can walk all the way around, but I walk right across somebody's grass. Even if it says don't walk on the grass, I walk straight through their grass because it's quicker cutting through than going around. Just like selling drugs. No matter what, listen, this is the way he built me. He chose me. I didn't choose him. For me to see how the devil works, I had to become the devil. Because the devil ain't going to let the Lord into his house. So he had to choose me. That's why everything I did so the Lord can see really what the world was really about. That's why whatever I did for him. So I'm going, a lot of people be like, yeah, Millicent's going to heaven. They be like, well, why is she going? Well, because I'm going. Because I was a soldier. I was still a soldier saying, you know what, God got a different plan for me. I didn't put God on the back burner. He was always in front. I never choose the fast blessing. I always waited to the blessing. I always blamed God for everybody dying in my life that ever loved me. But I had to grow up. the more he took, the stronger I became. Because there wasn't a crutch no more. Everybody I loved was a crutch for me when I didn't feel like, you know what I'm saying, I could always run back to them. They was my crutch. He took every crutch. And every time he took a crutch, I became stronger. Because ain't nobody gonna love me and protect me like me. He even took my children. They ain't dead, but they're gone. Because they was a crutch. As long as I can love on them, I was happy. Once they was gone, I had to get through the misery. First over the murdery and all that stuff, but you know what I mean. But even when I see them, people like, but even when I see them, I always hug them and try to love on them, but they don't want me to. Ain't that weird? The only one is my youngest daughter. She's the only one that will let me love on her. My other kids be like, oh no. Then they was like, well, you never gave me, well, when I was giving you love, you felt that you was too old to be hugged and kissed on. And so I stopped. See, they don't remember what they say and do. They only say what I do. Like when I see my middle son, I haven't seen him, and he was like, I didn't know if he was dead or alive. And I was kissing on him, jumping on him. He was like, oh, Mom, that's enough. I'm like, I need to leave these devils alone. Let me pluck them over here with all the rest of them. Because that's because you gave them life don't mean they're yours to keep forever. You got to give them to the world. It is what it is and what's it going to be. But I'll tell you, Miss Bus Driver, you can do all you want to do. I'm still not going to look in your face because I'm going to say it again. Her face looks like this. I can see her, but I can't see. I know she got gold hair or whatever, but this is how her face looks. It's like they're scratched out. I can't see her. And she be all like this. Lady, I'm not trying to look at you. Mm-mm. See? They're on. You don't got to. They're closed. I don't know what's wrong with that, but see? Great. You gotta step in this spot.
Not like sleeping through your alarm.
Oh, you slept through?
Yep.
It's because you're overworked. Your body's tired.
I had a long day today.
Oh, yeah. Well, at least you're well rested.
Yeah, I know.
That's a good thing.
At least I got here.
Yeah, that's true. Better late than never.
Yep. Have a good day.
You too. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of people's names in the Bible. I mean, in the devil's book, but they think it's funny now until it happens. I'll be around to a lot of people that's gonna perish, says the Lord. I swear, did they catch that murderer? I gotta Google it. Because I swear I see him. He's right out in the open. They're trying to say he didn't kill her. Well, who shot her? What happened? That's because the case is in Pawtucket. Did they get the gun? I'm so nosy. I'm gonna have to Google it. They can think I'm lying now. I'm crazy if you want to. You always walk by me. I was like, leave me alone. If they don't care, I don't care either. I don't want to look in your eyes because, I know you did it. You know you did it. But why did you do it? Where's the gun at? They think no gun, no case. Girl, bye. But I'll tell you this. Everybody, something going on in Lincoln at that Trent River. Oh my God, Peach McIntyre. We already think you did. What, you on another date? Come to Rhode Island. After New York is Rhode Island. It's like a 3-hour trip. Come get a hotel downtown in Providence. It's the Providence Hotel. Come meet me. We can have a chat. You can take me out to eat since you're so rich. I'll let you interview me. Let's put something else on your resume. I don't know who this person is. It's a person I keep picking on, picking off, picking on, picking off, picking on, picking off. But anyway, listen. 2 quarters. I don't know what you're talking about.
Leave me alone. I'm being nice. I'm not mad with I just wear this ring. I was like, oh my God, and you're married? Come on, no. They do look my wedding ring from back in the day. I got my wedding dress all white. That's why Vicky's running, because I'm like, Vicky, remember when I supposed to have got married? I'll never forget it. My mother had that big green, I think it was a Buick, a monster with a black top. She was sitting on a car. Her glasses was always broke anyway, with her curly burgundy wig. Uncle, she came to see me. I miss my mom. And they was all like, congratulations on your wedding, Millie. I was like, what? I was like, I am married. I was still a kid, but his father was a deacon. And we did sign the paper. I don't think he couldn't get it. He was older than me, but he couldn't get the license for it. We didn't have license or that like that. He didn't register it. But that was good enough for him, the paper. I don't even know what happened to him. I see Todd. Todd works at, because they was all cousins. Todd, well, he was working at Pawtucket Lord. Todd had 2 hands. Not 1, but 2. The daughter and the son have Down syndrome. I said, that's for all that bad stuff you did to me, babysitting me like I'm a, you know what I'm saying, it's tattling. I used to get up, he'd be like, Keith said you better not move. I was like, I go to the bathroom. He'd be like, well, you better go to the bathroom and come back in here. Keith was a kid himself. I was like, this is crazy. I couldn't wait to go. I was like, well, look, I got to go. But Keith said you better. I was like, look, I got to go watch my nephews and niece so my mom can go to work. Keith must have been waiting at my house all day to see if I show up because he's crazy like that. Lord, I went out there because I can run. When I was a kid, probably should have been I was a track star, but I wasn't running for money. Soon as I got home, he always came from around the pool. I mean, it was like scary. I would have to climb up the fire escape, break in the window, not break the window, but I used to have to open the lock. My mom knew how to get in. Go down the stairs, open the door, and all we did was, I wasn't arguing. I let him do all the arguing because he was crazy. I let him do all the talking. Even though he's beneath me, I gotta still listen to him talk. Like he's smart. He was dumb as a rock. He used to be like, I hate when you talk. So I'm like, what? I'm just having a conversation. I'm not trying to talk to him. So then it became like, yeah. Then he'll be like, tell me a story. Tell me a story about our life. Oh my God. I hate telling stories, but that's why I love telling stories. Because I always just have to tell how many kids we was going to have, what kind of house we was going to have, what kind of cars. He was like a moron. He was like, I told you I don't want no kids. I'm like, but I want kids. He'd be like, tell me a story, Millie. After I've been quiet for 20 hours. That's why I talk so much. And I used to have to tell him stories. And stories about me and him. Can't nobody else be in the story but me and him. That's it. And about how happy our life was. I don't know what happened to him. Is he dead? Lord, I hope so. I hope the devil snatched that soul right out from his. Oh my God. I bet you he still got that paper because he don't never get rid of nothing. I bet you he still got that paper. I was like, I don't want to sign it. He was like, come on, miss, we'll get married. I'm like, what? I was like, my mother ain't gonna let me get married. I was like, my mother ain't gonna let me get married. I was like, okay. This mother gave me a nice little, I swear I got that dress. He got that dress to me somehow, some way. It was a nice white sundress. I had a nice veil. And these are grown people marrying a child with another nut. That seed should have been swallowed. You hear me now? Swallowed. Or in a condom and flushed down the toilet. We did our little vows or whatever. And then they had the paper and everything. I was trying to read it. I was like, I don't want to sign that. He was like, sign it, Millie. And I was like, this is crazy. I was like, Mom, I'm not old enough to be married. She said, I know. I didn't sign no paper. I said, thank God, it was the 10. But he was a real deacon. And if I put this ring on the wrong finger, he will and shall appear. Like a ghost in the night. I seen him come to work yesterday. He was like, wife. I was like, husband. We both like, you're still alive. Yep, old crazy Keith ran me right around that moped. And a big old boat. And Lord, I still got right back on it and rode it. Had a hole in my leg. But anyhow, I only put my ring on the wrong finger when it's an emergency. I would tell you who Keith is, but you'll never believe me. The truth's the truth. A lie's a lie. Now let me put it on this finger. I'll sing tomorrow. You know, you miss him every now and again. Keith was educated. Keith worked hard. Keith was a hard worker, but he was a moron. I didn't have to buy nothing. I didn't have to wash. I didn't have to lotion. I didn't have to do my hair. It was like he was raising me. He got me a nice ring. Yep. I'm telling you now. Big Red came through. I still do my, we don't have sex or nothing but my womanly duties, because can't no woman do what I do. And he does his husband duties. It smells like pee. But yeah, it is what it is and what's it gonna be. He don't like me fighting, but since we broke up, because he'll beat a woman up for me. He don't care. He'll beat her just like he did me. As I'm saying, you cannot trust Keith. Keith will set you up if you mess with me. He will destroy you inside and out. That's why they kept saying, who he helping, us or her? He was like, you helped her. They were like, he ain't helping us, he's helping her. Keep playing with him. Keep playing with that nut. Oh, yeah. Some people don't like to have baths. I don't care. It is what it is. And what's it gonna. Oh, look at that noise. Oh, my daughter, my cow. Oh yeah, happy Sunday. Yes, the sun, yeah. I should go to Mathis and get some pumps from them. But I don't want to stay. I don't like how that pastor preaches. I'm going to do my own preaching at home. I seen a recipe. It was fried chicken breasts. I'm not going to fry mine. I'm going to throw mine in the air fryer with macaroni and cheese in the middle. Oh, I'm going to make that. Yeah. With some corn on the cob. The sweetest corn on the cob I get is from that Korean market on Broad Street where I get the crabs. Hopefully when I go over there, they have some crabs. That's the first time I ever seen this thing empty. His whole. Then it had blue. I don't really like blue crabs like that. I think that my mother spoiled blue crabs with them fried blue crabs. Yeah, I'm gonna make that. I don't really fry my chicken. It's air fried, so I don't think it's that bad. And I don't use oil. I use breadcrumbs though. Give it an extra crunch. When you cover up the chicken, I like to eat my chicken hot because when you cover it up, it ain't even crunchy no more. Anyway. That lady don't even, that's what I keep saying about her. She do not know me. She do not know me. She keeps saying she gotta. I did get married at a young age. She's stupid. Why would I be why would I ask my cousin Ricky if it was a lie? He ain't gonna lie for me. That's what I'm telling you. How you know who my mother took him to see and who my father took me to see? how you know you can write back in the day you can write Nickelodeon, Nick Cannon. They had a little P.O. box for him. But we started talking on the phone. Lord, my mother never kept a phone. My sister and them spoiled everything. But anyway, let me get off here. Thank God. Yeah, because he'll be here in like 3 hours. And I got to stretch my legs. I'm going to lay back and watch the cameras for a minute. Ain't this stupid? That's how you got to look up. You got to lay back like this. That's to see the cameras. And you don't even really watch the cameras like that. Because even the Regency, people ain't staring at the cameras. They were on their phone. They're getting up. They're walking around. That's like when I went to the clinic. They got a little booth now, thank God. Because I'm like, what is he doing in the back with the patients? He's just too comfortable. Sitting all at the nurse's station and carrying on. You don't supposed to be doing none of that. They got a little booth now. And trust me, he did his little round and sat down. He is with cameras. He is not. He was right on his phone. Ain't nobody watching cameras like that. That's why this shouldn't be so high. They made a big mistake when they put that monitor up there. It's only a TV. I'm gonna get me a smart TV. So I can hook up when I watch movies. I can hook it up to my TV. Holly Robinson, Pete. Rest in peace, Mr. Bernard. Who's Mr. Bernard? Who died? Well, anyway, let me get up off here. Everybody have a happy Sunday. Be a blessing to somebody so that blessing can turn out to be a blessing to you. Love those as Jesus would love you.